What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shazzy Rosada, back with another video. If you are new to my channel, welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking on my video to check out my content. Make sure you hit subscribe and also hit that notification bell so that you're notified when I post. As y'all can tell by the title, this is going to be story time of how I found out I was pregnant. Before I get into the story time, I just want to say to everybody that's watching, if you are already subscribed to me and you've been watching my recent videos, then you know that I am kind of backtracking with my videos. So I'm posting videos that I have been doing throughout my pregnancy. So the videos that I've been posting recently are gonna be like from months ago, starting from October and so forth up until now. All of those videos have not been posted yet, so that y'all aren't confused on the order of when the videos were taken. I did make a playlist on my channel and I named it, you know, it's gonna be my pregnancy vlog. So whenever I post my pregnancy vlogs that have been like from months ago, or any videos about my pregnancy, those are old videos. These are not recent videos. So what I'm trying to do is make sure that I put the dates in there so that y'all know when it was recorded, but it will be on a separate playlist on my channel so that y'all can, you know, kind of keep track of what order the videos go in. So this video that I'm making right now, it's currently April 5th. So as y'all can see, I'm huge, I'm almost due, and I just wanted to do a story time. I thought I might as well do it while I'm still pregnant, but I'm gonna go ahead and get into this story of how I found out I was pregnant for the third time. Okay, so I'm gonna start this story time off by giving y'all a little backstory as to how this all even came about. As some of y'all may know, I did give birth back in April of 2018. So I just had a baby last year around the same time. I had just had a baby. You know, everything was going pretty good for the most part. The father of my child, we were getting along pretty well. Like, we were kind of just still in that phase of being in love with our daughter. Like, you know, she's a newborn, like we're obsessed with her. I always want to hold her, I always want to kiss her, stuff like that. It was exciting for us. And you know, her big sister's in love with her. So, you know, we was just having a lot of good times, you know, enjoying those first, you know, those first stages of being a newborn. We ended up having a situation where we both fell out really bad. At this point, we started beefing real bad. We wasn't really talking much at all. The only time we would talk would be like if we were talking about our baby, co-parenting basically. It just got worse and worse over the months. At one point, you know, we would get back cool. A couple days later, we back beefing, and so it was kind of on and off for a little minute, and then we just officially, you know, this went on for a long time. I'm just trying to live my life, you know, go on with my life, still take care of my daughter, and I'm hanging out with my well, I'm starting to hang out with my friends more. You know, I had just had a baby, so I couldn't really go out like that. So, you know, me and my friends would just be cool in it. I did take like a couple trips over the summer after I had my baby. So, you know, everything was good vibes. I have my phone out because I'm trying to make sure I keep track of the dates of like how this happened. Hold on, I'm trying to pull up my I don't know if other girls do this, but I usually keep track of my period dates in my phone. So I had my period. I know y'all probably thinking TMI, but I kind of gotta say this part to, you know, make the story make sense or whatever. So I got my period in July 30th, and it lasted until like August 5th. And I usually have long periods. Like, my period will last like a whole week, sometimes more than a whole week. So that's just how my period has always been. My period ended August 5th, but the last couple days of my period, it was like very light bleeding. Like the last 3 days of the period, it was very light bleeding. And I thought it was odd because my period doesn't slow down like that. It's like I won't have light bleeding until like the very last day, and then the next day it'll be completely off. It doesn't ever slow down throughout, you know, that week of my period. I thought it was a little suspicious because it was very light. Like, I was barely bleeding and my period hadn't gone off completely yet. August 4th, I ended up taking a pregnancy test because I just felt like that was weird, like how my period was acting. So I took a pregnancy test. It was negative. A relief. After I took that pregnancy test, I'm thinking, okay, everything is good. You know, I'm tripping for nothing. My period probably just slightly irregular right now because I just had a baby, so my body is still kind of trying to adjust to, you know, the fact that I just had a baby. As I mentioned, I took a couple trips. So like August 13th, I went to the beach with my friends. We had like a little day trip at the beach. You know, we drinking, having fun. Then I took another trip a couple days later. I went to Atlanta for my best friend's birthday. We went on the 18th and we came back the 19th. You know, we was drinking a little bit on that trip, not too much. We had a real good time. We had fun. We had a little twerk class we went to. It was straight. Then my other friend's birthday was coming up and we had, she did a birthday dinner. So I went to her birthday dinner. You know, I had me a drink there. So, you know, everything just all good and popping. Like, I'm enjoying my summer so far. You know, everything is, you know, going pretty well. So I'll say like maybe a day or two later after that, I was cooking for my boyfriend at the time and I felt weird. Like, out of the blue, I started to feel lightheaded. Like, I was in the kitchen, you know, it gets hot in the kitchen when you're cooking or whatever. So I just started to feel real lightheaded and I was just like, and right then and there, I was like, I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. Like, I am pregnant. Like, I know I'm pregnant. A woman knows her body. I'm sorry. I feel like a woman knows her body, but especially me, because I've been through it before. As soon as I became lightheaded in that kitchen, I knew. Like, it's like I knew, but I didn't want to believe it because I'm like, I just took a pregnancy test earlier this month and now I'm feeling lightheaded. Like, I just took one and it was negative. So it's like I didn't want to believe it. I had decided I was gonna go get a pregnancy test, and I remember telling my boyfriend at the time, I was like, I don't feel good. And he was like, you're probably pregnant. So I'm like, what would make him say that? I ended up going to get a pregnancy test. I didn't tell him that I got it. I told him I was gonna take one, but I didn't tell him when. I ended up going to get the test, and this is one night when he came over. So I went in the bathroom just out the blue. Like, we was just in the room talking and stuff. Like, you know, we was just in the room chilling. I went in the bathroom without even announcing it, and I was just like, okay, I need to take this test. So I go in the bathroom, I take the test, I sit it on the counter, and I'm like waiting for the results to pull up on the screen. Sis, I looked at that test and it was 2 lines on there. 2 lines. 2 lines. Like, you know how some tests you take it and it's like a real light line, like you can barely see, and the other line is there. Baby, this test, it shot right on up. Like, that line was clear as day. Like, that line was clear as day, bruh. And I was just like, bruh. Like, this can't be happening. I just had a baby. I just had a baby. Why am I so fertile? that birth control didn't work. I don't know what it is with birth control in my body, but it's just like it don't be working. Of course it is my fault because clearly I had sex. I get really severe headaches when I take birth control pills. I don't know why I never thought to look into other birth control options. I just knew for a fact that I didn't want the shot because I feel like people, they get big after they take the shot. That thing had 2 lines, sis. I'm just like, bro, like what? So as I'm coming out the bathroom, he's watching a video on his phone, and I was just like staring at him, and he was like, look at this, and he was showing me the video. And I just like pulled the test from around my back, and I was like, I just held it up for him to look at, and he was like, what's that? And I was like, look. He was looking at it and he was like, bro, what the? He said it real loud, and I was like, I'm pregnant. Again, I just had your baby 4 months ago. What in the world? That happened. And he was just like, he was freaking out. Like he was like, bruh, oh no, well we gotta get an abortion, Mind you, I'm thinking the same thing at the time because I'm like, I ain't gonna lie. And I feel bad for saying this, but that was like one of my first thoughts when I saw the results. I'm like, I can't keep this, like I can't do it. I just had a baby. I already have another baby. Like I can't have 3 kids right now. You literally never know until you're put in that situation, like what you're gonna do. It's gonna cross your mind. I don't care how many times you say, oh, I'll never get an abortion, it's gonna at least cross your mind. It will. Like it's gonna happen. I don't care what nobody say, it's gonna cross your mind, especially if you're in a position where you feel like having a baby at that time isn't the best option for you. So yes, the thought crossed my mind. So when he said it, I'm like, okay, cool, we on the same page, you feel me? Like, no, I'm just playing. When he said it, it's like I wasn't even mad or offended or anything because I was kind of thinking the same thing. I'm like, you know, we can't keep this baby, especially we was beefing, like beefing. Like it was ridiculous how bad we was beefing. So it's like, we can't bring another baby into this world together. Like we can barely communicate. It's just not the best option for us right now. It's already hard to, you know, come together and co-parent now as it is. So what I'm gonna do with, what we're gonna do with a whole nother one. So that was our thought process at that time. Now deep down, I knew I wasn't gonna get an abortion, but I can't lie, the thought really crossed my mind. Like I was thinking about it, like, can I do this? Like, you know, it crossed my mind. So from there, you know, I didn't do anything. Like, you know how most people, they find out they're pregnant and they schedule them a doctor's appointment right away. I didn't even do that because, like I said, me and him, we were both like, you know, we can't have another baby together. So it's like I was kind of just hoping it wasn't real and hoping it wasn't true and just hoping it went away. I had no symptoms whatsoever other than that day I had got lightheaded in the kitchen. So I wasn't throwing up, like all this time I wasn't throwing up or nothing. Like, so I'm kind of just letting weeks go by without doing anything. I wasn't going to the doctor. I hadn't really told anybody yet. I did end up telling my mom, and you know, she was just like, well, you just gotta do what you gotta do. After I did finally tell my mom about it, that's when I came to the conclusion, like, okay, I need to go set an appointment. I need to make sure everything is going okay with my body. Like, I need to make sure that I'm good and this baby good, because it's not good to be walking around pregnant and not going to the doctor. And I know a lot of teens have done it because they want to hide their pregnancy from their parents, but it's like, at this point, I'm grown. I need to handle this like a grown woman and, you know, set up my doctor's appointment. If you watched my pregnancy vlog, you'll know that I scheduled my appointment. It was super late. I think it was like October 31st or sometime in November, early November, when I finally went to the doctor. So mind you, I found out I was pregnant late August, September, October. So 2 months had done went by since, you know, I knew, but I didn't go to the doctor. So I went to the doctor, you know, everything was good in the hood, and here I am. Like, here I am. It wasn't real shocking, honestly, because I had a feeling it would end up happening. I just didn't think it would happen so soon. I wasn't really wanting to have another baby that soon. Like, I just had a baby. My babies are gonna be like almost a year apart. I knew that I would be judged simply because I had a baby back to back. On top of that, I already have another one, so they looking at me like, she this young with 3 kids. So I already knew people would judge me, but honestly, that wasn't something that I really cared about. I've always said I want a lot of kids. To this day, it still is kind of true. I do want a lot of kids, but it's like, given my circumstances, my situation, my relationships, how they go, I'm not sure if that's something I want anymore for myself or for my kids. I don't want my kids to grow up in broken homes. I feel like I want to have a man that's sticking by me every step of the way, and stuff doesn't go how you plan it. I love my kids, and I feel like they are my pride and joy. You know, if things don't work out with who I'm with at the time, then it is what it is. They're taken care of, they good, I'm good, we good. So that's pretty much how I found out that I was pregnant again. If y'all want me to do another video on how I found out I was pregnant with my first child, because I was in high school with her, and then with my second child, which was last year, I will do a video on that too. Honestly, the story on those 2 pregnancies is way more interesting than this one. So, but yeah, if y'all want me to do a video on I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna do a video on how I found out I was pregnant with them. And then I also will be doing a labor and delivery story for each of my pregnancies. I'll probably do one for this pregnancy first, since, you know, it's about to happen soon, and then, you know, I can backtrack and tell y'all my story about my labor and delivery for Zola and Zuri, because it was crazy. Oh my god. But yeah, I'm praying that I have a healthy baby, safe delivery with this baby. I'm saying this baby because I still haven't posted my gender reveal video for y'all, so I don't want to give it away yet. I'm just so excited, and I'm ready. Like, I'm really about to be a mom of 3. That's crazy. I never expected my life to go like this at all. It's like, I don't feel bad that it went like this, because of the fact that your life is literally already planned. Like, before you even know things are gonna happen, God knows it's gonna happen. So it's like, I'm just going with the flow. Of course, there's better decisions that can be made in the process, but everything happens for a reason in my eyes, so I don't regret anything. I do wish I could have went about certain situations differently, but it is what it is. But that was my story time on how I found out I was pregnant for the 3rd freaking time. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. If you are, make sure you hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when I post my videos. Also, so you don't miss my gender reveal video. Make sure you comment, tell me what you think, sis. And make sure you give me a big thumbs up as well. So that's pretty much it. I think I've covered everything. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.